Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody had a wonderful night last night. We should be having a good conversation today because we're going to talk about why y'all lying on Gervonta Davis, and we're going to talk about this Muhammad Ali Reform Act, which I don't think is going to do shit, quite honestly. Enjoy a good cup of coffee. I'm going to put the link in here if anybody wants to chop it up early. Actually, let me do this. Let me do something. Let me do something. Please hit the like button. Let's see if we can do something. We'll set a goal. See if we can set a goal for today. All right. Shit. Take this out. All right. Now I'm ready to go. Mr. Bono, Denali Smith, what's going on? Bank Hayes in the building. What's happening? Andy Gill, what's good? Javon Freeman, what's going on? Sam Granderson, good to see you this morning, sir. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, man. So we're going to chop it up about a couple things today. Whatever you guys really wanted to. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to put a link, pin a link to the top. Let me pin a link to the top in case you guys want to chop up early. What's going on, Lee Jackson? Here, I'll put in a link in the chat. And let me pin this so you will see that. Got it. All right. So I was listening to Gervonta. Let's start with the Muhammad Ali Act, man. The Muhammad Ali Revival Act. I have not read the act itself, and I'm sure there's all kind of stuff in there that can be really janky and janky. But what's good, Mr. K. Causey? I'm good, man. Sipping this coffee, just trying to talk boxing this morning. We don't have any fights this weekend. We don't have any fights coming up this weekend, so nothing really coming up. So just general boxing talk. I want to talk about this Muhammad Ali Revival Act. I don't see how this thing is really going to affect anybody. Let me say it will affect people. I don't think that it is going to be the death blow to boxing that people think it is. I don't really think that is a very they're not going to be able to make enough money to keep that going. The UFC right now is on his, I don't know if it's on his last leg or what, but that's the business model that the UFC is under. And the UFC, the way that they go about their business, they don't have a star anymore. So they've been making less and less money through ESPN. And now you've got the people that run the UFC trying to leak over into boxing with the same model that they had that failed them in the UFC. I don't see how that model is going to be successful in boxing if it wasn't successful in the UFC. I'm not sure where you're going to get these large crowds of rabid fans from that are going to want to see people that they've never heard of before. You know what I mean? I think that people's attempts to try to fix boxing is just going to, there's so many rats in the system that they're going to find a way to be a rat anyway. Like, you have the Ali Act right now, but look at all the cheating you got going on in boxing. There's all kind of room for improvements in boxing, man. There really, really is. And I just don't believe that this Muhammad Ali Act is what these guys are making it out to be. I don't think that it is going to be some revolutionary thing that's going to change the sport of boxing. And if anything, it's just going to be something that allows them to exploit fighters the way that they're still exploiting fighters. You know? That's my take on the matter anyway. He said too many, KQ said too many, Koqui said too many egos in boxing to get things fixed. Well, I don't think that it's not a centralized sport. And it's not a sport that should be centralized. Really. It doesn't, because it's the beautiful thing about boxing, really, is that anybody can pick up a pair of gloves and they can succeed. And it would be a shame if the most brutal sport that there is, which is boxing, you have to consider. I mean, I guess UFC is more brutal than boxing, but boxing is obviously a very, very brutal sport. So to not have the ability for these guys that are risking their lives to get the reward, to get the $1 million reward, right? It's almost like it's devalues the sport to the point where it's an insult. It really should be an insult to people. Boxing is unique compared to other sports because first of all, it's not a team sport. So it's not a team sport. At the most you could be able to do is get it close to how tennis operates and how golf operates. But those guys, they have to fight in order to get up to a certain level to be able to play. Like, in order to be in the USTA, to make those tournaments, you have to qualify for those tournaments. You have to be like, you really got to be on, your game, man. But even there's not, so those guys, they have a lot of tournament settings. There was tournament settings that were attempted for boxing, but there was no funding for the tournaments. It makes it like, do you remember the World Series of Boxing? The World Series of Boxing was the first, one of the first reasons we got Joe. What's my guy's name? Josh Taylor is an undisputed champion. What's going on, Tony Brown? How you feeling, man? Hector Solis, salute to you, man. Salute to you. Yeah, but that's just what I'm on today, man. I don't get it. I saw Tim Bradley put out a video about it, and he's like, man, these guys they plotting. I've been reading the articles. They've been plotting. The only way you're going to get tricked is if you're ignorant. And you're going to have to educate fighters that if you go for these for these boxing organizations, you start working in a boxing organization, that you're going to get your money. You're going to get a low amount of money quick. But if you do anything other than that, man, if you're trying to make millions of dollars and all of that, dog, it's going to be a hard leap for you to be able to get that. What's going on in the tavern? How you feeling, man? Let me put a link in the chat in case y'all got anything y'all want to chop it up with, man. But yeah, I was really kind of saddened yesterday by Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford. I was really saddened by those guys. Kenny Ellis sounded so frustrated, and Calvin Ford sounded so frustrated, man, that you could really start seeing. I like the new rules OTX put into boxing. Who is OTX? Who is OTX? I don't even know who OTX in boxing is and what new rules. What new rules? What rule? The tavern ducking, what is this? Tavern ducking electric. What is this? What's going on, Cornelius Burnett? How you feeling, brother? Overtime boxing? Yeah, I don't know anything about overtime boxing. What rules did overtime boxing put in? I don't get it, man. We don't need more rules, bro. We don't need more rules. Knockout bonuses and overtime round to resolve. No, hell no. Smaller ring, an 18 by 18 foot ring is smaller than the standard size. They receive a KO bonus. If a fight is tied after the scheduled round, an additional round is added to the winner. That's bullshit. Why wouldn't you there's nothing wrong with draws, man. What's going on, Tavern? I don't know what you guys talking about. Yeah, okay, that's okay, cool. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't think that we really need more rules. We need better media is what we need. What we need is better media, more of a centralized media, man. We got to get rid, man. You guys just lie so much, man. It's very, very, very difficult to enjoy the sport of boxing with all that storytelling you're doing. But I don't mind that. 18 by 18 range is a little bit smaller. Those sound like turkey rules for now. They do sound like turkey. They do sound like. Look, man. I don't even want to talk about Turkey, man. I don't want to talk about that guy anymore, man. That guy should be seen. That guy should be heard, and not. That means sorry. That guy should not just be seen and not heard. He really could, if he was not such a peon, he really could do some good things for boxing, man. Like, why don't we have like tournaments? If he can put all his, first of all, I don't believe the money. I don't believe the money. All right. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I don't believe the money. You guys keep saying all the money these guys are paying. I don't believe the money. The reason I don't believe the money is these guys are fighting too often. Like, usually, if a fighter's making a lot of money, a fight, he's only fighting once or twice a year. He's not coming right back like that. So I don't believe it. Adrian says he wants to commit next year. Hey, let's get it. Adrian Bronner saying he wants to commit the next 3 to 5 years to boxing and get back serious again. Let's get it, AB. I will take any Adrian Bronner that I can get. I truly miss Adrian Bronner as somebody that is an entertaining person heading into fights. Man, there's a lot of fighters that have gone by the wayside, man, that we're in a transition period, man, between like the era of Errol Spence and Keith Thurman, and man, we're getting to Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis, and they're terrible, man. They're paying the boxers hotel stock and they're paying the boxers hotel stock in crypto. Yeah, I mean, I just don't believe the money that they're paying. I don't believe it. You know why? The primary reason, again, I say I don't believe it is because they're fighting too often. You got Beterbiev. I thought Beterbiev got $100 million of some crap. Didn't they say Beterbiev got like $50 million? Why is Beterbiev right back fighting on the undercard of Anthony Yard? What sense does that make? How are you treating Arthur Beterbiev to put Arthur Beterbiev way down at the bottom of the bill? Oh, my. These guys say they make that money, but they never show up on Forbes or any other list that report the highest paid athletes because they're not making that much money. There's no way these guys are making. There's no way those guys are making that money. Yeah. Charlo twins miss all those fighters, man. Let me tell you all the fighters I miss: Jamal, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. I love Danny Garcia fights, but I know Danny Garcia is retired for real. Errol, obviously Gervonta ain't fighting. I want Gervonta to hurry up and fight. I don't really care if he fights Lamont Roach, though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care if he fights Lamont Roach. He can fight whoever he wants to fight. Lamont Roach is on my nerve, and Lamont Roach is a dangerous fighter. So, you know. He said Hector Sully said they're making imaginary cap money. I mean, all I know for sure is that Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney claim they made $30 million for their fight. Then they claimed in a lawsuit that they didn't get paid anything for their fight. Yeah, Javon Freeman said it's definitely time for all of the PBC fighters to come back and take over. Yeah, it is, man. Because this, I'm telling you, these fights that these guys are generating, like there's a big, let me get this fight card. Let me pull this fight card up real quick. Who was it? Anthony Yard. All right. Where's the whole card? So you have David Benavidez and Anthony Yard. You've got Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney, Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes, and Jesse Rodriguez versus somebody Martinez. I can't make out the name. Now look at this. There is absolutely none of these fights are big fights. Who cares about David Benavidez? I like seeing David Benavidez fight. But Anthony Yarde? Why? Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr., I'm looking forward to that fight. I can't lie. And Abdullah Mason it's a step-up fight with Sam Noakes and Bam Rodriguez. Those are all fighters that are on there. Those are not necessarily great fights. Kay Kokui said, Fanon, did you see Keyshawn Davis saying he's taking 12 months off boxing on Era Hawani's show? I don't like inactivity for a dude entering his prime. Well, Kay Kokui, Keyshawn Davis suffers from he has mental health issues. So if he needs to take off some time and get his head straight and do that, he probably does need to do that. I don't see a problem with that. Especially if he feels like he's going through something with an issue. But he also probably doesn't have a promoter. I mean, the way that he went out, the way Keyshawn Davis went out at Top Rank, that was bad. I mean, what's going on, Coach Chris? That's what's up, man. Thanks for showing up to the Friday cookout, man. Yeah, I don't really care about look, Keyshawn Davis fucked up so bad, bro. Key isn't entering in his prime, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, he messed up the money, but he really he really showed out, bro. No, I like that. Josh 803 said, am I crazy for wanting to have Top Rank on Amazon Prime as well? US boxing? Yeah, I know you're not. I would love it. I'm worried about Top Rank. Like look, man, I was a big critic of Top Rank for a lot of years. But hey, man, I know full well that Top Rank's one of the best promotional companies. I just wish that the Top Rank and the PBC hadn't been at war for so long, because that's what really led to all of this garbage going on. Is that the PBC and Top Rank and Golden Boy couldn't get along. Hopefully these promotional companies will find a way to get along. Kay Kokui said, any event in Riyadh loses shine for me. I'd rather see events have American fans. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Jones, thanks, man. I don't blame Coach Calvin for setting this record straight. Some fans are making them not want to do interviews with reputable channels. Look, I don't ask for interviews, A. Jones. I don't ask for interviews. I really don't do a lot of interviews. Sometimes I feel like, man, let me be a journalist. And no, it's tough. I wouldn't want to do interviews with these guys either. Look, man, these people they're really scabs on the back of these people, man. Like, I just deal with it a little bit. I couldn't imagine being Gervonta and being Calvin Ford. I mean, look, you have Bill Haney, who just starts rumors and goes at these guys for no good reason, bro. So, of course, these dudes ain't doing interviews with these guys. Why would you? If you do too many interviews, look, if you do an interview with a guy, you know full well that guy is going to get bought off by somebody else. And before you know it, like, man, a lot of these dudes is frauds, man. But anyway, I want to have some good. Javon Freeman said PBC and Top Rank should join voices. That would be big. KQ said Bills knows lies are profitable. Lies are very hard to undercover. The problem with lies, man, is lies are so hard to untwist. They're so hard to untwist. What's going on, 2 Cent? The lies are so hard to untwist. What's going on, Carlo Realist in the building? Hey, that's what's up. Getting the Cash App going. Mr. Gary Russell is back. Yes, sir. Oh, man, let's not forget about Gary Russell Jr. and how much better fighter he is than Devin Haney. But seriously, man, the lies are so hard they're hard to unravel. It takes a lot of effort to unravel the lies of Bill Haney. It takes a lot because they say it so casually and they lie so often. Do the PBC still have it? Yeah. Why wouldn't they not? They just had a fight, Hector Solis. Hector Solis, they literally just had a fight last month on Amazon Prime. They got a fight. They got a non-pay-per-view fight coming up in September on Amazon Prime. Yeah. But you wouldn't know it for people telling stories. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know it for people telling stories that they had a deal. Because they were swearing to God that they didn't have it. How many times did they say that they didn't have that deal? You know? Fresh Baker in the building. What up, man? Happy Friday to you all as well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. The real Baby J in the building. Good to see you, the real Baby J. Yeah, I know, because all the bad mouthing. Yeah, I mean, it gets kind of crazy, man. But like, really, man, the difficult thing is, and it has to be difficult for fighters. It's really difficult I find it difficult, is that it's difficult to get to the truth of what's going on because there's so much talk, man. You know, there's so much talk. There's so many people trying to stand out by what's going on. Emmanuel Carter, how you feeling, man? Hope you're doing well this fine, fair day. You know what I mean? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully we can get our usual people in the crew. Kind of rolling a little slow today. But thank you so much, man, for the $2, get the Cash App going. Mr. Gary Russell is back. Yeah. I'm just not I don't think people are as interested in non-American fighters. I'm worried about this Sam Noakes fight, though. No, I'm not. He gonna whoop Sam Noakes, but that's a good step up. That's a good setup. Good step up fight for Abdullah Mason. But Abdullah Mason ain't gonna grow. It's gonna be tough for any of these guys to grow their brand because there's such an anti-American feel in the sport, in boxing right now, because everybody wants America to be international. So all the American fighters these American fighters are all on international cards being watched by nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how you guys think that you're going to grow your career sitting over there. But on the other side of it is, if there's not enough fight, the Zone can make up fight dates, you know, because ain't nobody got that shit. They can just put up a fight date and put up a fight anytime they want on their network. That's probably not the case, bro. Ralph Chess said, Fanon, I like Gary Russell Jr. as a fighter. I just hope all the fights at 135 he can, man. Look, if Gary is active, I have faith in Gary. Fanon, the truth hurts. That's why they mad. Hey, what's up, Shoot You Bang? How you feeling, man? Yeah, it is what it is, though. It is what it is, though. We'll see how it progresses as time goes on. I'm not worried about this Ali Act, because I'm telling you, I think any law, I just don't have a lot of faith in the way that it's exercised, the way that it's being used right now. There's no enforcement in the Ali Act. No enforcement. But if they want to create boxing organizations, Turkey out here trying to blackball the PBC, he truly don't know shit about American boxing. I mean, really, Turkey Al Sheikh, I wish he would just go away. I really wish you'd go away, man. Just go away. But, they're going to waste their money. Keep wasting their money. They're going to tear up American boxing so that they can. But UK boxing, they've already torn that up too. I don't think you can ever blackball the PBC, though. That's going to be very tough to actually blackball the PBC. I know they're out here trying to blackball me, though. I know that much. Like, maybe that's what they're doing. They're just they're blackballing the PBC by bad mouthing them at every possible show. Von Flo, what's up? You said bye. Okay, man. See you later, brother. Real Baby J with a $2 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate. Oh, you said good morning. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Von Flo. I thought you said bye. I was like, damn, what I do wrong for you to leave this quick, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it work, Trying to make, but good. Von Flo, what's up with your brother? Hope you're feeling well, man. But look, man, what good is the Ali Act, dog, for real? If people get to cheat on steroids so blatantly that you can't trust a boxing match. Did you see that Victor Conte once again released Terence Crawford's VADA tests? Thanks, Von Flo. I'm like, God damn, nigga, I'm trying. I know there ain't a lot of boxing going on right now that we want to see anyway. Man, come on, man. Anyway, so yeah, man, they out here. I was told they're out here they're out here blackballing me. Man, this is like not more than one person has told me that they were instructed to know the company that they keep. If that can happen to me, I have to believe that they're doing the same thing to Gervonta Davis's fights, that they're doing the same thing to PBC fights. Tucson said, why does Victor think he has credibility? Dude is delusional. Victor is the last person you want to defend you. I have no idea why Victor Conte does what Victor Conte does. Victor Conte could just shut the fuck up and do what he does. Why? It's like he wants to be famous or something. And he thinks he's smart. That's the thing. The thing about Victor Conte that really, really befuddles me is that Victor Conte really thinks that he's smart. But Victor, it's plain as day. You look as shady as you possibly could look. Man, Fanon, people are just crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? It feels great to be working from home on Friday to enjoy this great boxing talk. Thanks, Javon Freeman. I'm trying. They need to do a case study on Victor Conte's brain. He puts himself out there like he's clean and credible. It's mind-boggling how he carries himself. Look, Fanon, he does, Fanon. He wants to make sure people know he's connected to Terence. Like, it's odd, man. Terence looks so fucking bad, bro. Terence Crawford looks terrible, man. I'm telling you. He looks terrible, dog. I'm telling you, he looks terrible, bro. What about HIPAA? I have no idea. Well, I mean, he's not an employer, and I don't know if that's a medical. I don't know about HIPAA. One area for law for sure, I have absolutely no understanding of is HIPAA violation. HIPAA law, human resource law. I never studied it, so I don't really know. I think Conte exposed himself. He said he gets Bud's results because he's part of the team. How'd he get Ryan's? Was he on both Devin and Ryan's team? Devin paid him more, so he fucked up Ryan's test. Look, I don't think the guy should be allowed anywhere near drug tests. Victor Conte should not be allowed around sports. He just shouldn't. You guys are so obviously corrupt that there's no reason for me to believe you, man. Like, Fanon, he's big as all get out Terence Crawford. I'm telling you, he looks bad, man. I'm telling you, he looks bad. Like, man, look, dude. I drink a little bit too much vodka at night. Okay? I switched off brown liquor, and I like, you know what? I really like vodka. But sometimes, you know, you just sipping on that nice, cool, ice cold vodka. You know, you realize, man, I got to stop this, man, because, hey, I may be really doing some damage to my body, you know? So I'm going to need to take some time off, let my liver rest, you know, do all that good stuff. Try to hold down my drinking. You know what I mean? Try to minimize it. That's what Bud looks like with Snack. You look terrible, Bud. You look terrible. That shit doesn't look natural. You look terrible, bro. Like, you see before, you see how big you are, dog? Like, that's not natural, man. That's you. Human beings are not supposed to look like that, man. I'm telling you, you're not supposed to be looking like that. Just because they've normalized grotesque features. Like you think that, like, bodybuilders, if you look at bodybuilders enough, you'll start seeing that those dudes don't look natural. Like, they don't look good. They don't look healthy. Like, there was this UFC, not a UFC, a WWE fighter, right? A WWE fighter. He said when that crap he takes wears off, you're gonna really look like crap. I'm telling you, it just doesn't look good, bro. I don't know whether it could be completely legal stuff, bro. It could be completely legal. You know, I don't feel like having blue blood lie on me again, right? So it could be completely legal. But what I'm saying is that Bud looks bad. He doesn't look healthy. That is not a healthy looking human being. When you see a big muscle-bound guy with veins popping all over his face, he got veins coming out of his ear, that doesn't look healthy. Society tells you that that's what your body is supposed to look like, but that's not what your body's supposed to look like, bro. You look at these guys and they were fighting in the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. That's what you're supposed to look like, bro. You're not supposed to look like Evander Holyfield with fucking bumps coming out the top. You're not supposed to look like that, okay? And He said, not only that, Terence Crawford is not that tall for his body to be looking like a bodybuilder, even though he's 6 foot. No reason. He's not 6 foot. He's not even 6 foot. No, he's not that big. Bud is a small guy. I'm just saying, look, man, you don't look healthy, bro. You don't look healthy. Just like Gervonta doesn't look healthy when he strains down his body. You guys don't look healthy on this shit, man. You really don't. You look like you're going to pay the price for that. Yeah, he's like 5'8", 5'9". He's a little guy. Bud's a little guy, man. He's not a big guy. He's a little guy. If you ever see the old WWE guys look like after they off roids, their bodies be falling apart. Look, man, I'm not saying that Bud's on roids. I don't know if Bud's on roids or not. I know that somebody showed a picture of Bud, and you literally could see the size of his biceps, bro. Dude, this guy put on like 2 inches. He put on like an inch or two in his biceps over the course of 2 years. Dude, his bicep looks like it's at least 20% bigger over in the course of 2 years. He's somewhere around there, 5'7", 5'8", something like that. He's a small guy. That's all I'm saying. He's a small guy. Gervonta with snack too, though. I don't know if Gervonta is with I don't think Gervonta is with Victor Conte. I think that he is. There's a lot of people that are what do you call sponsored by Snack, but that doesn't mean that he is trained by Victor Conte. I don't think he is. He got those Hulk Hogan pythons. I'm saying, man, that dude's arms are like boom. Like, wow. Extra weight for Bud may not be to his advantage. Charlo stated that he should have been lighter versus Canelo. A lighter, better conditioned Bud will be more effective than trying to match Canelo's strength. But that's what he has. He's 37 years old. He can't move around all around. Dude, shut the fuck up. Bud nutritionist is Victor Conte. You dumbass. Victor Conte does strength and conditioning for Terence Crawford. Yes, he does. Do you got any other stories you want to tell to anybody? Terence Crawford is his strength and conditioning guy is Victor Conte. Look, I don't care about the fight. I don't know how that fight's going to go. Bud putting on all that weight is definitely going to slow him down a lot and make Hat's going to make a mistake against Canelo. He should have come in lighter so he could be more mobile like Floyd was. Man, hey, look, I don't know. He needs some size on him. Canelo Alvarez hits very, 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 very hard. I'm telling you, man, I don't feel good for Bud for this. Alfred better chill before he starts looking like Benzino. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, hell yeah. Hey, is Benzino that girl's daddy? Coy LeRae? Is that her father? Benzino, the nigga got veins and shit all in his foreheads and stuff. Yeah, man. Hey, dog. Dog, fuck you and everybody that looks like you, dog. Fuck you and everybody that looks like you, dog. Yeah, Cola Ray. Yeah. Hey, that's a little sexy little girl right there, though. Yeah, okay, that's funny. Yeah, he got the veins popping all through his brain and shit. Yeah, man, and that shit don't look natural, bro. It really doesn't look natural. Why the hell did they take Tank out of the Topps cards? I'm pissed. Tank probably took Tank's self out of those Topps cards. Tank can sell his own card, bro. Why would Tank be in those top cards? I said from the beginning that it was nothing more than a forced cash grab circus fight. Yeah, you have. It is. A concoction. Yeah, it is. It's a concoction. Virgil Hunter is Keisha Cole's dad. Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard that. No, I'm telling you, though, that you guys don't look natural. I'm telling you, you guys don't look natural anymore. When your body doesn't look natural, dog, you're going to bring some problems on yourself, man. You're going to bring some real, and even like with the fact that Victor got that pancreatic cancer, dog, you better stop rubbing that clean and clear on people. You better use some gloves when you put that shit on. Man, you may have caught that shit from being around that juicy juice. Tank's card was one of the certified autographs too. Hey, man, I wonder what Tank probably did that. Tank probably did it. Sell his own cards. I'm not sure if I want boxing cards though. You know, but Tank probably took himself off. Kind of like because they had him next to Floyd. Hey, you know what happened? They had Floyd on the Topps card, and Gervonta saw himself next to Floyd. Saw himself next to Ryan Garcia. Was like, hell no, man, get me off here. If he sells his own card, I'm buying it for sure. Yeah, sell your own card. Collector's edition autographed Gervonta Davis fight card. I would love that shit. Man, I gotta call the boxing. I gotta call I gotta call the Rise podcast and get my glove, man. I want my glove, man. I need my glove. The real Baby J in the building. Thank you, brother. And thank you to everybody that supports on the super chats and the cash apps. Thank y'all for keeping the channel going. We grinding today. If he said those cars look whack, but I'm gonna get some. Yeah, I'm gonna get some too. I thought Turkey Al Sheik was behind it. Man, go away, bro. Let me say my daily morning prayer. Please take Turkey Al Sheik away from me. Please get all of these booty bandit YouTube channels from around me. Those cars haven't been they haven't been a thing since 1951. Yeah, the collectible cards. I mean, like baseball cards and shit be worth money, you know, but only after like a lot of years will those baseball cards be worth something, you know. But I'll take them. Look, man, I just want to. I've seen Tank. I've seen Tank. I've seen Terence. I've seen Errol. Jermel's a big ass dude. Like I don't even understand how Jermel look like it's tough for make 154 for Jermel. That's got to be a disciplined ass dude to be at 154 pounds, man, because he is definitely a big man, definitely 6 foot, definitely walking around 170 pounds, 75 pounds. Do you have any idea how much bigger? Collectible cards are still making people money. One of my friends go to expos all the time. Oh, that's what's up. What's up, the Cardenas? How you feeling, man? What's going on? Man, I lost my chain. Yeah, Jermel should be at 160. I'm saying, yeah, Jermel a big boy. So the idea that Terence Crawford is the same size as Jermel Charlo, hell no, bro. And I ain't lying, bro. Bud. Jermel whoops Crawford at 154. Crawford ducked that shit low key. Nah, I don't think he ducked it because Jermel ain't been back in the ring. But I do believe that Terence Crawford ducked that 154-pound division, and that's where he should be fighting. I do think that. I don't believe that this fight does that Canelo fight does anything for boxing. Jermel is 5'11". Nah, he's about 6. I give him 6 foot, bro. Maybe a little bit under. He may be a tad under 6 feet. But he's a better, you know what? He had a hat on when I saw him. So, you know, the hat probably made him look bigger. But now he's a big dude, man. He was talking all that rah-rah during the Spence fight. Yeah, he was, and then he decided not to do it. He wants to go for the Canelo fight. Bro, I hope you don't get decapitated in that Canelo fight. Because if he gets the Canelo fight, what is this Lincoln lawyer? Man, go fuck away, bro. Goodbye. No. Errol is a lot shorter than I thought he was a lot shorter than them. The Charlos are both big guys, bro. The Charlos are both big guys. Man, I just need to see Jermel back in the ring, bro. And I need to see him in a ring in an easy fight. I need him in an easy fight. Hey, yeah, hit that like, man. Please hit that like button, man. You know, support the channel if you don't mind. You see what I sent? Beterbiev claiming Bivol avoiding the trilogy. Mr. Gary Russell exposing Lamont Roach. Yeah, and Gary Antoine Russell interview. No, I didn't see the Gary Antoine Russell interview. I saw the Lamont Roach exposing Gary Russell Jr. exposing Lamont Roach, telling Lamont Roach, where you at, man? Now, Lamont, let's talk about that for a second, Lamont Roach. Lamont, You need to go ahead and fight Gary Russell Jr., man. You did a lot of popping off the lips, bro, and you ain't on Gary's level, man. That's what. Let me talk about one at a time. Bivol is gonna avoid that Beterbiev fight because Beterbiev is gonna beat his ass like he stole something the next time he fights him. They caught Beterbiev when Beterbiev wasn't coming off of an injury, made him hurry up and fight, even though his doctor said not to fight. Now the dude don't want to. Now he don't want to do a trilogy. It's 1-1. You owe him the fight. Beterbiev won. Then Beterbiev gave Bivol the rematch. Bivol needs to give Beterbiev the rematch. Yeah, I don't see it. I'm not going to be able to watch it right now, though. But no, I didn't see the whole Gary Antoine Russell interview, bro. A trilogy between two fighters within the same year is a little rough. Yeah, it could be for sure. I went back and watched a couple Crawford fights. I don't know what he's going to do with Canelo. I don't see it. Look, man, Terence Crawford has incredible one-punch knockout power. That's what Terence Crawford has. Terence Crawford can just set you up, and then he can touch you, and the whole fight just changes. He can be in a tit-for-tat fight with you, but as soon as he touches you, it's going to cause you a lot of problems. Seriously, bro. It's going to cause you. Oh, man, much love. Ralph Chestnut said, channel support my guy. Keep it going. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys being supporters, man. Thank you so much. Marcus Bridges said Bud was talking that rah-rah before the Arrow fight. Hell yeah, he was. And to Charlo. Much love in that Cash App. Double Cash App, brother. Thank you for that support, Marcus Bridges. Means a ton. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. His chin is what I'm worried about, not his skill. Yeah, his chin gonna get touched. I know you can't watch it now as long as it's a long interview just for references. Oh, thank you, Kamal. I appreciate that, bro. Apparently, the Russell family and the Shields are related. That makes sense. We are related. Let me tell you something, man, about relations. We're all related. Nobody should ever be surprised that two human beings are related because we're all related. If you look closely enough at your family history, you will find yourself related to damn near everybody. Terrence knows something about Canelo we don't. He feels like he is vulnerable, in my opinion. Man, Canelo looks like he slowed down. But, hey, man, yeah, except we all family in here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hey, man, he can feel like he wants to. Hey, what's going on, man? This boxing stuff ain't what it is right now, but you know I'm always here, my guy, to support Frank. Hey, I know you ain't feeling boxing phenomenal. Hey, Phenomenal Noob. You see, I follow you on Twitter. I repost your stuff on Twitter. Dude, look, I understand 100% Phenomenal Noob. How do I get an ad during a live? God, you a cheap motherfucker, bro, for real? Oh, Hannah, you that cheap? How else is somebody supposed to do a live if you don't get an ad, man? It's the only way people make money off this shit, man. I can't work for free. I personally don't think Canelo slowed down. I just think he's picking and choosing, and he don't got to show everybody what he can do. That may be fair, Von Flo, for sure. Fanon, who do you like between Virgil Ortiz and Keith Thurman matchup? I like Thurman in a close UDC. I like Thurman. Bro, stop complaining about commercials, bro. Okay? I'm going to throw you out if you complain about the ad, bro. I got to earn money, don't I? Seriously, bro, the ads are how I'm able to talk, man. So why are you complaining to other people about me having ads, bro? Come on, man. Anyway, I be on geopolitics and my Black American stuff on Twitter. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's enlightening, man. You keep me young. Phenomenal Noob. You keep me young. You keep me honest on that shit. I like that. I'm saying complaining about ads on free content is dude, they do that shit so people will feel so that let me tell you what people like to do. They like to sow discontent. Let me say this slowly. They like to sow discontent. Sow discontent. They are shitbags. They like to sow discontent. And I don't believe, and I believe every one of y'all just randomly coming up here. He's lucky you're not on Twitch because he would have been hit with hella. Oh, because he would have hit with hella ass. Hey, man. Dog, what can you do? He said, hell yeah, Twitch got like 10 ads in a row. Bud with that gangster Fury was with what? Bud with no. Bud ain't with Daniel Kinahan. Look, Daniel Kinahan, I don't think Daniel Kinahan is involved in the United States anymore, bro. Bud is not with Daniel Kinahan, bro. No, he is not with Daniel Kinahan. I don't believe he's with Daniel Kinahan. No, I do not. They said he was advised. Now I would think, let me not do. See, I'm trying to keep shit nice and calm. I'm not trying to get wild on this show. My wife said that she's gonna make me go get a job for real if I don't get calm on this show. Please confirm receipt of Gary Antoine Russell, Laila Ali hype videos. Oh, I already did it. Yeah, I saw it. I did it. I did a video about it. Yes, yeah. God dang, I look like that nigga. That's crazy. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. That's crazy.
We're poking around waiting for me to give you an answer. The answer is yes. I'm going to answer your question when I'm good and ready to do it. Because you know what? Nobody calls shots on me. I do things when and how and where I like to do them. I love you guys. Now, to answer the question that I know many of you who are poking around waiting for me to give you an answer, the answer is yes. I'm going to answer your question when I'm good and ready to do it. Because you know what? Nobody calls shots on me. I do things when and how and where I like to do them. I love you guys. Now to answer.
I'm going to tell you, that's a mean-ass girl, bro. Yeah, that's a mean-ass girl, though. I'm telling you, that's a mean woman right there. She's still so beautiful. Yeah, she is, man. She said, I'm going to tell you when I feel like telling you. Jeep Red Boy in the building. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I did. I got that. And I'll check out the Cigar Talk interview, man. I don't know, man. I'm so funny on the media, bro. I don't even be wanting to watch media people shit. Man, Laila Ali is yeah, you said her Malibu house in Malibu is nice. Oh, look, man. You're not gonna get her out of the door you're not gonna get her name for 15 million. Kamala said she's gorgeous. She's big as shit, man. Like I didn't meet her, but I sat next to her at a fight like a couple seats away from Laila. At some fight, man, Laila was that's a big woman, man. Like Laila Ali's the type of woman you want to have a baby with if you're trying to make like a linebacker or something. Like that is a big ass woman. What's going on? Jeep Red Boy in the building. What's going on, man? Thank you, brother, for that support. And my guy, Jeep Red Boy, right back at it. Yep, he says she beautiful. Her beauty is crushing these 25-year-olds. She classy too. She said she's 205. I think she carries it well. Yeah, dude, she's a 200-pounder for sure. Dude, you know what's crazy? She weighs 205, and her dad was fighting at 220. Like, that's a big woman, bro. We know what you mean, Fanon. That's a big-ass woman, bro. Man, bro. And she got the greatest daddy ever. Her daddy can whoop your daddy. You did a video on Gary Russell Jr. interview, not the Gary Antoine Russell interview. No, I'm saying that I did the one. No. Come on. I said that I did I did a video today on the Laila Ali video. Me and Laila Ali's baby would be mighty. Hey, man, I tell you, Fanon, she's definitely key. I tell you, Fanon, she's definitely keeping it real. Yeah. In my opinion, she may hit a little too. That's for Shields. Shields ducked that sparring too. Look, if her husband better not forget to take out the trash, I'd be scared of getting a left hook from her. Hey, look, her husband is a great athlete too. Yeah, but yeah, man. What's up? What's up, Kamal? What up, Kamal?
What up, Fanon? What up, man? You gotta love
Good,
Laila
good.
Ali. Gorgeous at her age, like fine wine, aging like Tank's resume. That's Laila Ali right there. And classy as ever. She's saying, y'all are putting pressure on me. You're asking me all these questions about coming back into the ring. I told you my price number. And then she gives you an answer. She says, yes, I'll give you an answer when I'm ready because I'm the star attraction. You gotta love that response from Laila Ali. What are your thoughts on that video, Fanon?
I mean, I think Laila Ali is I think that she was very smart in the way that she approached it. I think that she was very, very professional, but at the same time, quite nasty. So it's like you can tell that she's that dude's son. Even when she fought, like I liked watching Laila Ali because it reminded me of Muhammad Ali. So, like when she talks and like the attitude that she has, it really does remind me. Of him. So I always feel like even anytime I see her or think or hear her, it always reminds me of him, and it always makes me feel good. Period. So I always think about her like that. Like she was the person that allowed me to see Muhammad Ali fight again. Just because she moved like him and acted like him. As far as like the money and all of that, look, you should have started at 15. She gonna push you to 20 at the least. So yeah. I don't know. And but from Clarissa, I hate it for Clarissa that Clarissa has to actually do this because she can fight Shadaza Green, and there's people she can fight, but there's nobody that has like the name cachet that Laila Ali has. So it reeks of desperation from Clarissa Shields, in my personal opinion, and from Laila Ali. I think that she's handling it. I think she's handling it like a fighter.
Exactly. And people got to give Layla credit because her pay-per-view versus Frazier's daughter, people forget they put that on pay-per-view when she fought Frazier's daughter. And in my opinion, without Laila Ali and to a lesser degree Ann Wolfe, there is not this massive generation that Jake Paul is certainly helping out with women's boxing. Laila Ali was instrumental in the popularization that we're seeing now of women's boxing. What do you think about? I don't think she gets the credit that she deserves for that. What say you on that opinion?
Oh, she absolutely is. She was the first one that made it big time. She's the first big time female boxer. The first one, the first big time one, the one that basically Top Rank didn't want to put on women's fights. There were a lot of people. It was a circus show. Women's boxing was like a circus show before Laila Ali got there, and Laila Ali put the shit on the biggest stage, and then it's really kind of just now they got more because she put it on that big stage. Then more women got invested in boxing, and she made it a real sport. Without Laila Ali, nah, bro, I don't know you, brother, so I'm not letting you on. Okay. Yeah, Christy Martin was really important too, but she was kind of the one that was in the circus show. She did a lot of the work in this kind of circus environment. Laila Ali put that shit on pay-per-view. And she's just for women's boxing, she's probably the most influential woman boxer ever. Just because because she was a very good fighter. She was an entertaining fighter. The fights that she had were exciting. And she's Muhammad Ali's daughters. And so you can't duplicate that shit. That's my thought.
Excellent. I don't think, and again, I don't think she gets the credit she deserves. And so in that video, she's like, y'all are pressuring me. You're asking me about this. And she sets you up. She's like, I'm going to give you an answer. I love how she did that. She said, I'm going to give you an answer when I'm good on ready. I'm the attraction. She set you up with like a shot, like Deontay Wilder would set up Spilka with a shot, thinking you're going one way, and then she hit you. Boom.
Yeah,
you notice that phenomenon, the hook and the boom.
Yes, sir. KC, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Yes, sir. I was just wanted to comment. What's up, Kamal? What's going on, brother?
My man KQKC, the singing OG,
Yes,
the best singing boxing channel on YouTube. Sorry I haven't been on recently, new work schedule, but my man KQKC, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir, man. Always a pleasure too. And yes, sir, from now on, I wanted to comment on Laila Ali and
Yes, sir.
Clarissa Shields. Now, Clarissa Shields, she's the type of woman fighter that she pretty much did everything that she can do in boxing. She don't have nowhere else to go at welterweight. It's only a few, heavyweight. It's only a few heavyweights around in the world. Maybe, 14, 17? And
something like that.
Yeah, something like that, And she also is the jealous type. Laila Ali still getting all her accolades that she deserves because she put her eye on women boxing, no matter what Clarissa Shields say. Just like Amanda Serrano, he kept saying that I mentioned 3 rounds first. Yeah, but she did it though, Clarissa. You didn't. You talked about it, but she did it. So that's her MO. That's her MO because she needs a legacy fight. And the legacy fight is none other than Laila Ali. So Laila Ali, she's holding all the cards right now. She's married to a guy that used to play for the Bears, and she don't need the money, really. So basically, she could take her time. So, actually, Clarissa, you can sit your ass down and wait. How about that? So now, of course, Laila Ali, very beautiful woman too. And that's another reason that she don't. She got a little jealous freak in her, just like Alicia Baumgartner. Same thing with her. She gets into it with a lot of women because of the athleticism, their looks, all that, like she did with Shakur Green. So, Clarissa, tone it down some. Everything ain't about a fight. She remind me of all these YouTube channels. Everybody want to fight or use the race card. Come on, really? But that's all I had to say about it. And plus, there's one thing about me. I don't like a woman that run her mouth so damn much, and that's what Clarissa still does. I don't want to hear all that shit. All right, man. Y'all have a good day, man. I'm getting ready for my live. All right, at 11 o'clock. All right.
All right, brother. You have a wonderful day, KQ.
Yes, you do too. It's always
all right. I may check out your live today, man. I got time. All right, bro.
Okay, take care, brother. All right, you too. For come on.
Hey, what's up, Sam? All right, KQ.
Okay. All right.
What's good, Uncle? You hear me?
I'm good, brother. I can hear you, brother. What's up with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. We about to start work early, top of September. Corporate collections attorney. So we ready to get that show on the road. But
that's what's up, man.
Outside of that, man, we blessed. I've been tuned into the chat. I've been in the comments as best I can.
Are you a 3L?
Nah, I graduated, man, and I got sworn in.
Jesus Christ, it goes so fast. When'd you get sworn in?
Right after graduation. So Wisconsin has bar privilege. I didn't even have to take the bar because I graduated in state. So I'm already good to go.
Oh man, congratulations, bro! Congratulations, man.
Yes, sir. We on that path.
Up. Don't fall for no fake defamation claims, man.
Oh no, I'm not. We well versed now. I've been fine tuning my skills, and I'm still forever learning. So I'm blessed, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's on your mind, though, New? What's your mind, man?
So, like Kamal was talking about, I'm just gonna hint at it because you probably haven't seen it yet. But I thought that was a great interview, to Kamal, just to hear from Gary Antoine. Him and his family history and stuff of that nature, and then talking about too, which I didn't know. He fought Boots twice in the Olympics. I didn't know that, and he said that I think
trials
split in the trials 1-1.
You there, Sam?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You there, Sam?
Fanon, I hear him. I hear Sam clearly.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I hear him too.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. My shit went out.
Yeah, your face froze, but yeah. So I thought, like Kamal was saying, I thought that was a great interview, and I think it'll be interesting in the future to see a match between him and Boots. I really like those. That is a great pairing. But two, I think he was saying he wants that Puello rematch as soon as he unifies. So I'm excited to see them get back in the ring. I kind of do think he got robbed there, but it was a close fight. So I'm kind of interested to see Gary Antoine hop back in there. And like you, Fanon, I want Roach to fight Gary Russell Jr. That is like the DC versus DC that I feel like folks want to see, especially after that fight. You know, like people was thinking that Russell was washed. And he showed that he still got the same skill that he had. He never lost it. He's been in the gym. He's been working. So I think that's the fight to make. If the Tank fight's not right now, you know, go ahead and fight Gary Russell Jr. He's a well-renowned name in the sport. And I think that's Roach's second best fight right now if it's not Tank. So I just want to hear y'all thoughts on that.
Yeah, I want to respond to that before I get to Fanon. And I want to get your thoughts on this, Sam. Roach is on a victory tour after a draw. And he's trying to son Mr. Gary Russell Jr. You're trying to little boy Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Roach off of a draw? Who the hell are you, man? You cannot son Mr. Gary Russell Jr. He's on your neck. And you got to draw with Tank. I don't care what corporate media says or these YouTube echo chambers, the anti-Tank faction out there. Respect Mr. Gary Russell Jr. You cannot son him, Lamont Roach. That's my thoughts.
Oh, Lamont need to fight that man. I don't know who. I'm serious, man. I don't know what made Lamont Roach think he was some superstar all the damn sudden. Like, nigga, who are you to talk to Gary Russell Jr. like he's some has-been? What, nigga, you never was. You got to draw, man. Like, I haven't listened. I try not to listen to Lamont Roach, bro, because as soon as Lamont Roach got that draw, bro, I was like, man, he acted like just like every other dickhead. That the only people that they want to talk to are the people that said that he was going to lose. He didn't have no time or no energy for people that were actually supporting him and saying that this was going to be a good fight. And then the way he behaves about Gervonta, who went out of his way to get his guy a fight. Nah, man, yeah, he's just, yeah, you know.
I feel the same way, Fanon. It's like, bro, we was all rocking with Roach. We were supporting Roach. As far as, you know, he's not giving the respect that he was due. We felt like before that Tank fight as a fighter. And then now I feel like he kind of took the corny approach. I'm not going to call him a cornball, but I mean, like, the way that he's talking about the fight, I tuned him out too. And I think he just needs to go ahead and fight Gary Russell Jr. I don't know why he called out his brother, Gary Antoine, when they're not even in the same weight class. Just go ahead and fight Gary Russell Jr. The fight's right there. I feel like that fight would definitely sell, especially, you know, from the DMV area. For sure, that fight's going to sell. 2 black fighters. I mean, that needs to happen.
Man, I'm going to tell you, I think he probably wants to fight Gary Antoine Russell and not Gary because he thinks it's an easier fight. That's what I think. Because Gary Russell Jr. shows, I mean, Gary Antoine Russell does not fight like Gary Russell Jr. They don't fight the same. Gary Russell Jr. is much more like defense to offense, man. He's like, I think Gary Antoine Russell is a very talented fighter, a very obviously one of the top, if not the top 140 pounder. But man, I don't oh my God, somebody said Clarissa looked like a Belgian Malinois. God damn, that's rough.
No, that's crazy. Hey, did y'all see too? I don't want to sidetrack this too, but did y'all? I just watched this morning an interview with Ariel and Keyshawn. Did y'all see that?
It's sad.
Yeah, and that's what I thought, man. I was like, he should probably just really take some time off, man. Like I obviously it's sad that people are dragging him, but like, bro, you gotta take some time and get right with yourself. I know that he was, you know, saying that he's gonna come back, but I just think he shouldn't rush it. Like really, really sit and take that time to make sure that you're okay. Because I feel like he's not gonna be able to, you know, be great in the ring or just as a person until he works on himself. So I think he should take all the time he needs.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because he's had mental health issues in the past. So we got to go slow on that. And he's probably really hard on himself. So he's probably beating himself up about the way everything had turned out. But he'll be back, man. I'm wishing the best for him.
That was another guy who was talking shit about Tank, who I said from the beginning, Fanon, was a front runner. You remember when he was talking about Tank? You ain't fought nobody. You ain't got no resume like Hagler. And I said, this guy's front running. Remember when I said that?
Yeah, I do.
And he gets a little bit of the limelight for making a stupid decision, or 2 stupid decisions, ducking De Los Santos by missing weight and then jumping Nahir Albright. And he gets a little bit of the limelight, like a percentage of the 10th of the limelight that Tank has, and he can't handle it. Nope. Am I right or am I wrong?
I think you're right.
You're not wrong.
Serious.
And
Go ahead.
too,
Go
you
ahead.
guys know that Abdullah Mason's fighting for that belt now that he just had to vacate. So
You knew that was going to wind up with a top ranked fighter. That's how that goes. Well,
The
hey,
Yeah, that's what
WBO is whatever
WWE.
Bob orders of the Warren Boxing Organization. We know how the WBO goes.
Yeah.
what's
I
on
was,
your
I was
mind?
gonna say,
What's on your mind, King of Hayden?
you know what? Little bit. You know, Keyshawn, like they saying, yeah, like that guy. I don't know. Like I was never sold on him, but like the way that he's moving. Now I do kind of want to see like if he does come back, he get a rematch with Albright because since theirs was changed to a no contest, I think like he won by either majority or split decision whenever they first fought. And then they overturned it because he had weed in the system that made it a no contest. So Albright getting his get back for getting jumped after smacking on Keyshawn's brother in the ring, like that would be a good comeback fight. They can go ahead and settle their beef in the ring. See how that turns out. Then y'all touched on Clarissa Shields and Laila Ali. Here's the thing about Clarissa. She a weird one. She a weird one. Like I rocks with her because yeah, she's doing great things as a woman in the sport, but at the same time, like the way that she be moving, because she part of the Bud Buddies crew. She part of the Bud Buddies crew. You know how they be moving funny and everything. And it's crazy that she want to fight Laila Ali after the way she be talking about Jake Paul and everything. Like, you know, probably somebody out of retirement is almost 50 years old. Yeah, Layla still look good. Yeah, she probably stay active in the gym, but at the same time, like Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, it
Can
is.
nobody beat Father Time? Like there's few boxers who got out there before Father Time got them. Like Floyd, Andre Wood. So they didn't let Father Time creep up and do that thing to him. But at the same time, it's like, come on, Clarissa, like you can't be talking the way you talk and then like want to toss somebody out retirement. And again, she's looking for her big payday. Like I don't know if that was KQKC or Sam that was saying it, but yeah, she's looking for her big payday. Like, and that seems to be consistent. It's like that's the thing on that side. Like all them people over there fighting for Turkey, they're looking for their big marquee career defining fight, and like they ain't had it yet. Even though they however many fights in and have however many accolades and accomplishments and whatever, they haven't had that marquee fight that really like puts a stamp in their career and said like, "Hey, this was the big one." They don't have that, and they're still looking for it. And for Clarissa, this is probably it because in women's boxing, the competition pool is already pretty small. And then at the same time, it's like how many heavyweights are there really that Clarissa can go out and fight? I mean, Shadisa Green, I'd like to see that fight, but like outside of that, you know, I don't know women's boxing up in the heavyweight. I don't know what they got. I know they had floated the Alicia Baumgartner fight for Clarissa Shields, but sure, I think they probably too far in weight right now for that to
Way too
happen.
far. They way too far away in weight.
And I'm gonna be honest
Unless
with
they,
you, the King Aiden. I don't even think that Alicia looked too great. Her last fight to even be warranted that right now. Like I heard her calling out Katie Taylor. I think that's a bad move for her personally.
she was, I agree because she wasn't throwing no punches. I don't know what was going on. She was not throwing punches in her last fight career. Like she looked, I don't know if gun shy is the right word, but she just seemed like she was uncertain with what she was doing. Like no jab. She looked very stiff and robotic. She, I don't know. I don't know. It was like watching somebody playing Fight Night and they don't know the controls yet.
No,
And
it
they
was
kind of
hard
just
to watch.
moving.
And her head movement, like that was my biggest critic of that fight for her was the head movement. Her defense was terrible, I thought. And I feel like if you get in there with somebody, even Amanda Serrano, she's not winning that fight because her defense was
Oh
just
no.
not good.
Yeah, that's true. Like she was just plodding forward, no head movement, no punches, not even a jab. Like she was doing. It was like watching Rocky Balboa in slow motion, pretty much. So, in the Rocky movie, he was moving kind of fast, but like she was slow and just getting popped in the face and didn't really do much. So I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if it was an off night. I don't know if she was having some issues. I don't know if it's one of those things where she with a new trainer because she was bouncing around for a minute before hopping in with Derrick James. I don't know, like if she had too much on her mind and couldn't do it. I don't know,
And did
but
y'all
like
see
she
that
ain't.
clip? Did y'all see that clip of Shadeja Green too? It seemed like she was paying respect to Clarissa Shields, but I don't think Shields is interested in the fight. She's just really trying to go big game hunting for Laila Ali, like y'all said.
She
Yeah,
gonna have to
Yeah,
beat Asia. She gonna
that's what
have
I
to
was.
fight Asia.
That's what
There's
I
no
was
getting out of
saying.
that.
Oh, go ahead, Fanon. Sorry, my bad.
I'm just saying there's no getting out of that Shadeja Green fight. They're the same size, and there's not enough women for you to fight. And she's got a name, so you got to fight her. Like that's obvious that she's got to have to fight Shadeja Green.
Right, and she's
Shadeja
got a
Green
belt.
beat Shadeja Green beat Savannah Marshall, right?
Yeah,
She's got a
Yeah,
belt
and
now.
yep.
that she beat Savannah Marshall. I personally think that's the biggest win that Clarissa has is Savannah Marshall.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like once you beat Savannah Marshall, you got to fight her because she showed that she's at least she's on the same level that the other girl that you fought was on by beating her. So fight her.
and
Yep.
that's what I'm not liking it. And Phoenix brought up a good point. She's part of the Spirit Squad, the Bud Buddies, because she's taking shots at Arrow. Of course, she's gone at Tank. So people don't catch that with Clarissa. She's taking shots at Serrano, of course, Layla Ali, Baumgartner. She's taking shots at what's the girl from Europe who won all those titles? That girl. And so I respect her in the ring.
Cecilia Brækhus?
Cecilia Brækhus, she's gone
Oh
back
yeah.
and forth with her. And so with Shadeja Green, she and her promoter, Dimitri Salita, are try to do what Lamont Roach is doing to Mr. Gary Russell Jr., try to little girl Shadeja. Nah, Shadeja just beat Savannah Marshall, wore her down. That's a big fight in boxing. You can't fight these New Zealanders, these kind of nondescript European and American, no one knows, no one cares, multiple losses kind of people, full time nurses, and then tell Shadeja Green you just want a payday. Well, what are you doing trying to fight a 50-year-old boxer? Aren't you looking for a big payday yourself? Again,
Exactly.
so Dimitri Salita and Layla, excuse me, and old girl need. And they say, oh, Shadeja just wants a payday. Dimitri Salita's her promoter. No, you got to fight that girl. You got to give Franchon Cruz DAZN a rematch. There's just not enough depth in boxing for you to try to little girl Shadeja. That's just not going to work, Clarissa.
Funny thing about that is talking about she wants a payday. Shoot, she would MVP
Right. She been paid.
paying they fighters.
Right. She got paid her last fight.
I know,
And what's
and that's
wrong with a
another
payday?
thing, Chris.
And what's wrong with
Exactly.
a payday,
Right.
Clarissa?
And that what
You
Bud's
want a
doing, and
payday? You
she
want a
supports
payday? You
Bud.
want a payday?
And to be honest with you, Fanon, we saw that last fight for Shields. That girl was on a bicycle for the whole early parts of the fight and then tried to get in there and bang with her and had absolutely nothing on her punches. Shadeja's going to get in that pocket and she's got some power. And I think that's something the fans want to see is somebody that actually challenges Carissa, with a pop that can actually, sit her down as well.
Yep,
Well, we saw
that's
that. We
true.
saw Hannah Gabriel sit her down before because I think Clarissa, to be fair to Clarissa, she was focused on the hammer, the German girl who she dismantled. But we saw Hannah Gabriel humble her a bit and sit her on her ass. That was a tough fight for Clarissa.
Is
Yep, that
Gabriel still
was.
boxing or no?
I don't know. I'm honestly
Hannah
not sure.
Gabriel? Well, they were supposed to rematch, but she tested positive for. I was kind of pissed with Hannah Gabriel. She tested positive for some kind of performance enhancing drug, so that canceled
Yeah,
the.
and it stopped her. But then she got cleared. She got cleared after that.
Did she
Just so
get
you know,
cleared? It was like the Luis Ortiz situation.
it was
Was
like
it?
the Alyssa Baumgartner situation. She got
That's
cleared.
what I was just about to say.
Clarissa
So
need to
Yeah,
we
fight her
support
then.
Alicia.
Think Clarissa needs to fight her again.
yeah. She needs to. Yeah, she does need to fight her. Hannah Gabriel. She needs to fight Hannah Gabriel. Hannah
So she
Gabriel
need to
got
stop
cleared off
worrying
of
about Layla and fight two people who's been active and who's not been retired for almost 20 years. You got two people right there.
But you know how it is on that side. They ain't making the money that they want, so that's why they be throwing shots at everybody else. and then trying to do all this extra stuff to generate hype for their fight. Like Clarissa out there with one of them lottery checks. Hey Layla, we got your 15 million. Like, come on now, come on. I don't know. These guys, they be cracking me up the way they be moving. And then yeah, the Gary Antoine Russell interview. I've seen that. Man, mad at Devin Haney. I don't know why he had to embarrass himself again. And why he over there want to talk about how Gary Antoine look? I mean, this man don't look like he could even make 156. He look like he 190. Ain't that what your ass look like after Ryan whooped you? Ain't that like ain't you the one blow? Ain't you the one too big for 140 at your first fight at 140 in what 7 years? But come on, like
You look
this
like
the
that
same.
dad from That's So Raven. After that, you see that That's So
Exactly.
Raven dad. That's how
Uh,
Devin looked like after that Ryan fight.
yeah, Rondell Sheridan. That's the
Yeah.
guy. But no, like
Yeah,
it's
look,
crazy
hey,
because
that was a great find that said Shields doesn't have a likable attitude, you dig. Look, just to make a statement on that, because y'all keep talking about what she looks like. Nah, she ain't the prettiest chick on the entire planet. She's not. And you can't be jealous. It's tough not to be like Laila Ali really is just a very, very beautiful woman. She's a fucking beautiful woman. And so is what's her name? Alyssa Bumgarner.
Alicia, yeah,
Alicia Bumgarner. They are very, very, they are attracted women. And it's a shame that Clarissa would feel, if she does feel that way, that she would feel like that relates to boxing in some way. Because Clarissa Shields is the greatest. Then nobody's accomplished what Clarissa Shields has accomplished in a boxing ring. I
Right.
mean, that's as far as women winning 2 Olympic gold medals, being undisputed multiple times. Bro, that should be enough for her to feel good in herself. And I'm not saying Clarissa is beautiful too. I really like her smile. Clarissa is, I mean, Clarissa is shit. There's a lot of people that Clarissa is their type. You know what I mean? People ain't turning down Clarissa Shields. They ain't kicking her to the curb like that. She's not an unattractive woman. She may not be, a 10 out of a 10 on some people's eyes, but what she is in the boxing ring is she's a fucking 10 out of 10 in that boxing ring. So I don't get why I would think like at a certain point in time, you shouldn't let that shit affect you at all, if it does affect her in any way, because you're the dime piece in the boxing ring. And that's what counts. You're the one that is the 2-time Olympic gold medalist. And I think she should feel more, like me feel more in herself. If she is behaving in a jealous fashion towards those girls, man. And I do know it happens because there are guys that behave that way to dudes that they don't like. If a dude is somebody that gets women or they think that he's somebody that women are attracted to, they fucking hate on that nigga like they hate on you like it's fucking going out of style. If you're somebody that they think women will just like because of how they look, But I just hope that that's not. I really hope that that's not true for her because she's a beautiful woman, and there's a lot of men that would find her very, very attractive.
Well, we know
But
it's true.
everybody gets their type.
We know it's true because she said she's made comments. And again, she brings it on herself with the looks thing. I didn't even get into that. But she says the only reason Alicia gets attention is because she's light skinned. She said things about Layla. So we know it's true that the looks that these girls are getting, that people are attracted to them, is getting to Clarissa. But she brings that on herself. Again, bringing that up. No one, I'm not even interested in talking about that, but you bring it up. And so we know it affects you.
yeah. It's you remind me of this saying. If you run into an asshole in the morning, you ran into an asshole. If you run into assholes all day, then you're the asshole. And it seemed like Clarissa be running into assholes all day with the amount of people she be beefing with, and that's the problem with her attitude. Like, like the craziest thing that I seen like before the talks about Layla Ali and before her last fight was like how she was beefing with Amanda Serrano and with Jake Paul, like over like just because she was mad at what they was promoting for the fight, like about how much she and Katie Taylor was getting paid, like what the projections were for what the fight was going to do as far as revenue. I guess like they were going to be the highest paid because of their guarantees already, like before any of that extra stuff, came in. But like Clarissa was out there, talking shit to him about that, being all mad, and that was when they had come out and said, "Oh, if Clarissa wants her biggest payday, then she should sign with MVP." That was like when that whole thing came out, and Clarissa been upset about that because it's like the same thing with Terence Crawford, feeling like, "Oh, I'm 2 times undisputed. I should be making the type of money that lines up with my accomplishments. But that ain't the case. It's like Errol Spence said, like, so you think the belts bring money, take that to the bank and cash it. You know what I mean? But I think that's honestly the issue with Clarissa and with Bud and with a lot of those other guys, Devin, Shakur, all of them. They feel like, oh, we've made these accomplishments, but we don't have the same popularity as these other guys that we don't feel have done the same things we did. And so because of that, we're gonna be haters. That's basically the way it is.
Hey, and we gotta give it to MVP. They did good with the the promotion and stuff. I was watching the weigh-in and stuff. That was actually crazy how they had like the production and stuff. I actually enjoyed that.
Why didn't Boots sign with Jake Paul? I know Jake Paul would have signed Boots. And Jake
Oh yeah.
Paul is 24 years old. He's a better promoter than most people out there. And what he's
How
doing with
old is
women's
Jake Paul?
boxing.
How old is Jake Paul?
I don't know if he's 24, but he's definitely younger than
He's
27.
only in his 20s.
Yeah,
He's in his
about 100.
mid 20s, I think. 24,
He's in his
25.
mid-20s?
No, I
Yeah.
think he's 26.
He was born in
Wow.
97, so yeah, he's probably like 26, 27.
Somebody said he's 28. Okay, that makes sense.
Under 30, my bad.
Yeah, okay,
28,
under 30, that
28.
makes sense. Like 24, I was like, he had to be doing well. I mean, I didn't realize that he was like on Nickelodeon as a kid. Like, I didn't realize that he was actually a child star.
Yeah, on Disney.
I saw something on saying that I don't know how true this is, but I saw something on Twitter. They was talking about him potentially trying to get Anthony Joshua in a fight. That would be crazy.
He'll get killed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. No, he would.
Hey, he signed up to fight Canelo. You see, people hate on Jake Paul, yet their favorite fighters are trying to fight retired fighters. That's what they say about Jake Paul. But he signed up to fight Canelo, and then Turkey convinced him to go out of it. And like it or hate it, people would have had a bigger event with Canelo and Jake Paul because Jake Paul has a lot of haters. And so they would have tuned in to watch Jake Paul get knocked out. And he has talked about fighting Anthony Joshua. The MVP of the CEO of MVP Promotions has said that they want to do that in the first quarter of 2026. Jake Paul will fight people. He did fight Tommy Fury. And so, hey, that'll be a big event because people will tune in to see Jake Paul getting KO'd.
Props to him, but I think Joshua will take him out of their first round. It's over with.
Oh, I think it does depend on what Joshua's mindset is. But you know how it is when his confidence ain't there.
But Jake Paul, he's gonna kill Jake Paul. That shit he gonna land some shit on Jake Paul, shatter some shit on Jake Paul. Yeah. I can't.
I mean, you saw the last fight with Jake Paul. He wasn't even taking dude serious with his punches. Like, you have hands down on Joshua, you're gonna put to sleep.
You're gonna get hit. He can, because Joshua can crack now. Yeah, they can do.
Chavez Jr. could have got him out of death. He ain't do that bullshit he always do. Wait until the last 3 rounds before he starts throwing punches. Like Chavez Jr. Man, I've been saying this since he fought Sergio Martinez. I feel like he be showing up like high as a kite and forget that he's in the fight until it wears off around midway through.
Who was this?
When it's
Chavez
Jr.
Oh,
his dad was pissed too. His dad, senior, was pissed. They kept painting the camera on him. He's like, dude, what is he doing? He wanted to take that headband off and throw it.
Man, hey, it was funny seeing what happened when he fought Anderson Silva. You remember that fight when Anderson Silva beat Chavez Jr.? Like, Silva was sitting in the corner like, hey, I'm right here. Come on. Hey, he was clowning him. Oh, man. That was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Like, I went back and watched that fight again the other day, and like, that was funny to see. That was pretty funny to see for me. But yeah, man,
they were saying Jake Paul, is he ranked in the cruiserweight? Is he ranked?
Yeah, he's ranked.
I think he's like,
he's like 15.
He might get a fight then worth talking about.
He deserves.
I think he's like 45.
He's beating real fighters, so shit. A ranking, I don't think is out of sorts for him.
But, can I ask you guys about this Boots thing? Because I think we're seeing more Eddie Hearn bait and switch tactics, more gaslighting. Speedy Rashidi Ellis, and I saw another YouTube channel make a video on this. He's a second fighter, was on that list of 4 opponents they sent offers to. Now he's claiming he was lowballed by Eddie Hearns. Did y'all see that? That now Speedy Rashidi is claiming that Eddie Hearn's doing that gaslighting, bait and switch kind of tactics, and accept this, and it's a lowball offer to fight Boots.
I thought he sent like a counter offer for $500,000 or something. Isn't that what it was?
I mean, he's gonna have
And
to
then they
send a
try
card
to.
because if he's lowballing like that, I mean, they're not gonna do that to get in with Boots. You got to pay dudes.
Well, I think the thing here because like Rashidi Ellis, like his last two fights, I think it was like 30,000 a piece or something like that. But at the same time, like for Boots, it's like okay, moving up to 154, but then like still fighting a dude that's at 147. And I mean, I know that Rashidi Ellis been in that like TCL Pro or whatever. But that's that weird like team boxing thing where they switch out the fighter each round. He been fighting at like 168 for that. And he's had like what 3 fights there? So he's had like 3 fights at like 160 something, 150 something this year, along with his 2 fights at 147, like regularly. So I don't know too much about that TCL Pro stuff, but like yeah, it's like a team boxing league. And then the teams go into a fight, and I don't know how many rounds it is, but then they switch out the fighters each round. So I don't know if they can really use that to say, oh, he really at 168, so he should be fine at 154 against Boots. But I don't know. I don't know how that all
I'm hoping
translates
Boots
over.
can fight these top guys, and like people have been saying, I hope it's not compared to like the Boo Boo Andre thing. Like fight these top guys while you're still in your prime. I don't want to see him finally get that top guy when he's over the hill.
Yeah, I feel you on that. 'Cause he's at what 33 fights now, so that's the part for me that has me like, yeah, man, it's not many fighters that get up to like 60 and 70 fights like Canelo. Like once you hitting 30, like you already on the last half.
Isn't
You
Boots approaching 30 or is he already 30 years old, y'all? How old is he
Yeah,
now?
what 28 or something like that.
I feel like
Oh,
he's
I'm talking
close.
about
He's
his
got to be
fights.
28,
I'm talking about
29.
his fights. Like
I
the
don't
number
think.
of fights he got.
Oh, he's in his, but he's 28 years. He just turned 28. He just turned 28.
Okay, so he still got time for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
But
he still
even
got time. The reason he's got 33 fights is he was fighting a lot when he first turned pro. Like he was getting a lot of fights. Like several years he had 4 or 5 fights a year. He was very active when he was younger. But now, now he's fighting what, twice a year?
yeah. Yeah, 'cause that's what happens once you get up there and you gotta, fight the contenders. You fight who's available and you just pulling from like the top 10 of each sanctioning body right there for real. So like that shortens up or lowers the amount of available opponents. Like if you want to stay up there in that ranking and try to get some of them big fights. But the thing is, like I don't like it's not a lot of fighters that's going to be hitting like 40, 50, or 60 fights. So like once you start to hit 30, and he's only in his second weight class. That's one thing for me where it's like, okay, how much longer is he going to go? Because all the wear and tear on the body, you got to account for that too.
Yeah, I think he's got some years left. He ain't taking any punishment in the ring though, like any
Nah,
fight
he
punishment
ain't.
in the ring. So I think he's good, man. I just don't like Eddie Hearn as a promoter for him. I don't think that shit's gonna work out. I don't think he has it because I don't think that if he was from the UK, that shit would be great for him to be over there. If he was from the UK,
Yeah.
but he's not from the UK, so that shit's not gonna work for him, man. He needs an American I think he needs an American promoter, but I think one of the biggest problems is the media, and I don't know what the solution is for the media that just fucking lights off on American fighters so sternly. Especially when they're American people doing it. It's a tough situation because he's sitting in the middle. He's got like a very loud hate chamber going at him every day, just like Gervonta. It's like they sow discontent in around people. So Gervonta, I mean, Geron not only has the problem of trying to, affirmatively go out there and gain new fans, he also has the problem of dealing with people that are trying to prevent him from getting new fans by running his name in the mud all the time.
Yep, and it's like you said too, Fana. Him and Tanker are the same too in this aspect where they don't talk. Like they fight and that's it. We don't hear from Boots. Boots is in the gym and that's it. Boots doesn't really do too much, media interviews, talk. He pretty much just fights and then that's it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the craziest thing to me about this whole situation. Because like I could understand like if they was out there, talking hella shit to people, like even with what Floyd did, with his whole money made persona, and the way that people thought, oh, he's cocky and he's running his mouth a whole lot and everything like that. You can't even say that about Boots and Tank for real, for real. And on top of that, like look how many YouTube channels, interviews, all this stuff, like all these guys are doing, like just constant. Like they hit, like they are hitting up like what, three channels a week or something like that at least. And so it's like they doing all this talking. It's like the opposite of you know how people say, oh, man, you got to watch out for the quiet ones. The quiet ones are the real ones, but they're like the people who's making a lot of noise ain't really about it. And then you see all these guys making noise, and it's like the opposite. So it's like, okay, why is it that these guys, they claim to be humble, they claim to have respect for other fighters, but like every interview they down to someone, and then everybody's mad at the people who ain't doing that. So it's, I don't know, it's a weird thing to me.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to have to be somebody where you have to talk all the time to sell yourself on the internet, but you know you're going to contradict yourself a bunch of times, and it's a double-edged sword. It's a really the double-edged sword. It really is. By the way, shout out to Arena. Oh, and by the way, Arena said good morning, Kamal, and Arena spoke to me today, so that made me feel better. Please make sure you guys go to 2 Cents channel tonight at 6:30. I believe it's 6:30 Central Time. They're going to have an all-women's panel on 2 Cents show. So make sure you guys go there later tonight. I'm probably going to go make sure I check that out myself. So what else on your mind, man? Anybody else got anything?
Yeah, I think, what do you guys think about that fight? I'm not really a fan of it at all, but it's so far down the road. That Riyadh, like November, in the middle till November, I think it's that David Benavidez card. I'm not sure if it's on the same card, but I know it's around that time. What do y'all think about that Subriel Matias fight? I've watched absolutely nothing on Dalton Smith. I don't really know who he is, but I was hoping Matias was going to fight somebody else like a Gary Antoine, but it looks like that's not going to happen.
Well,
they're going to try to get another Euro bum a belt.
Yep.
Is what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to get a Euro bum off there. They're going to try to get a Euro because he's fucking around. Is Dalton Smith a matchroom guy?
Yeah, remember they brought him in at the end of the fight, and they're like, instead of the rematch, that's who they wanted him to fight. Turkey.
Yeah, they're going to try to get belts for these UK fighters. Yeah. And the weakest link is they already got him beat by Liam. What was the other guy that beat
Liam Perot from Australia?
Yeah, Liam Perot. So he beat him. Liam Perot beat him. So now they're going to try to get somebody because I like Matias. Matias is a very, very good fighter. I enjoy watching him. But if somebody has a straight jab, a straight right, and they can just keep throwing at his ass all night, he's going to walk into that shit all night. So they're trying to get a UK dude that belt. That's what they do. Yeah. That's what they did. That's what they do at 126. They just keep having. If you get somebody like, I can remember the name of the Mexican journeyman that beat Josh Warrington, but as soon as he fought him, what did he say?
Laura? What's his last name? Laura?
Yeah, I think it was Laura. Yeah, somebody like that. As soon as they get him, who's he going to fight next? They got another Euro guy to fight that guy next to get the belt back off of him. The way that these boxes, and people do not want to admit that this takes place, but these certain weight classes and in certain divisions, those are domestic level. Those are really domestic weight classes. The way that they treated that shit at the 126-pound division, outcasting Gary Russell Jr., who's probably the only real world-class 126-pounder other than Leo Santa Cruz and Abner Mars that held belts at that division. But that's how they do. And they're absolutely going to make – you're going to see – and guess what? If he beats Dalton Smith, there's going to be Liam Cheeseman coming next. That's what's going to happen. That's why I don't like Eddie Hearn being in American boxing, because we could be getting some better fighters against these guys. That's my take.
Yeah, because it seems like Gary Antoine, at least for Kamal, I don't want to give that interview up because I know Kamal said he sent it to you, but I mean Gary Antoine wants.
No, you can talk about it. I'll see it.
Gary Antoine wants to unify, so I mean I want to see, like he said, I want to see him versus Tio, him versus the guys with the belt, Hitchens, guys like that, Matias. So hopefully one of those fights can be made. One of those guys. I mean, we know Matias is already booked, I assume, but I mean the other two should be free right now. So hopefully he can make one of those fights happen.
That card is what's wrong with boxing. You got, and see, this is the thing. Somebody in the chat said some mess that's not true. The trilogy between Beterbiev and Bivol wouldn't be in one calendar year. It wouldn't have been 3 fights. It would have been spread out. But like Fanaz said, Beterbiev beat Bivol, and then he came back. Beterbiev claims at least that he was injured in that in the rematch, and he gave Bivol the rematch. And then now Beterbiev feels like he's being aged out. and he doesn't know when the trilogy is going to happen. So it's only right for the trilogy to happen. Or if Bivol has to do the IBF mandatory, that Better BF understands that, and then they have a plan to fight again because it's 1-1, as Fanon had said. And Better BF feels like he came back from injury early against his doctor's advice, against his corner's advice to fight. So you got but Benavidez on that card against Yard. You got Better BF on the card against somebody that nobody's ever heard of. Damon Nicholson, I think is the guy's name. I don't know the guy. And then you have Subriel Matias, again, to Fanaj's point about fighting Dalton Smith. Why aren't we getting Subriel Matias versus Gary Antoine Russell? That would be fireworks. That'd be fight of the year for as long as it lasts. I think
Because
Gary Antoine Russell would
not a
win.
Euro bum in the fight. Because there's not a Euro bum in the fight. I'm telling you, it's contagious. They're gonna put these dudes in all these fights now, so that they can get money to their people over there in the UK. They take money out of the United States or out of whatever and feed it into those domestic level fighters in the UK because they got a lot of domestic level UK fighters that they have signed, and they got to get fight dates for those guys. So they're going to aim their guys. Hopefully they can get their UK guys belts. So you're going to continue to see American fighters with them up against these guys because they're going to try to get them beat by a UK dude. They're not trying to get them beat by a Black American. They're trying to get them beat by a UK dude. These people act like they want to say boxing is international. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that there aren't nations still. Everything, I mean, they're global. Everything is on the globe, but it's basically that is what the problem is with and even like you see it with Hamas Shiraz. Hamas Shiraz is completely a complete concoction
100%.
of Turkey Al-Sheikh. Clearly going to get championships, clearly going to get opportunities at championships because of his relationship with Turkey Al-Sheikh. And it's very clear that Turkey Al-Sheikh wants Hamas Shiraz to win these fights. So why should you think Eddie Hearn's any different about his countrymen than Turkey Al-Sheikh is about his Arab brother, I guess? So it's like, come on, man. You guys are not empowering American boxers by kowtowing to every foreigner that waves $1 in your face.
Because I'm like, dude, I don't even want to see that fight. Like, who is Dalton Smith? When they brought him in the ring, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking this is just a kid that they know. I didn't even know he was a fighter. I'm not even being disrespectful. I just never seen the dude before.
Is we just gotta go ahead and begin to realize the fact that what they're doing now is they trying to go around and they're trying to subjugate a whole lot of these belts, well, collect a lot of these belts so that they'll be around the waist of European fighters. And they'd already worked with the heavyweight division. We're never going to see another black heavyweight champion. Never. Never again. Matter of fact, they're not even trying to fight the ones that we have. Well, heavyweight boxers, that is. You know? And that's why you constantly see these same old European versus European fights constantly being put on again and again and again. Next up is Shiraz. You know what I mean? And you're going to only see them fighting exclusively on Riyadh season cards. Now, I've been thinking for a while that a lot of these guys think they're going over to Turkey and finding the promised land and all of that propaganda and bull crap that they spitting. They just going over there getting fattened up for the kill. And it's going to happen on foreign soil. And what can they do about it?
Hey,
The
to your
British
point, too.
boxing, the British boxing organization is in charge over in Riyadh season, supposed to be. So you got a lot of funny acting crap about to start going down.
I've
You
been
know?
wanting to know this too. Like, what happened to I know you guys remember what happened to Akoli, the guy that knocked out Jared Anderson. Where is he at? Is he getting a fight?
He got knocked out. he threw
knocked
a
out?
fight. He
took the quick kick.
He took a dive against Joseph Parker.
Oh,
He took a dive. He got hit in the back of the head, and he like started wobbling. He rolled over.
man,
and
I had some hope for that guy for 9.
And the crazy thing is that there's actually footage of Martin Okoli like going around a ring, like practicing falling down. Like he looks literally on tape practicing falling down.
So
and when he got hit in the back of the head, he looked just like he was practicing. That shit was phony as hell, man. Hey, y'all, but I got to get up out of here, man. I gotta run.
Hey, can I say one thing before you go?
Yes, sir.
Can you watch? I know it's a long interview, but that Gary Antoine Russell Cigar Talk interview, he does talk about Devin Haney running. And then this is the thing. This Crawford Canelo fight, 0 buzz. Here are a few things that have more buzz than that. Sydney Sweeney's Blue Jeans have more buzz than that. Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have more buzz than Canelo Crawford. Weavegate and dildo droppings in the WNBA have more buzz than Canelo Crawford. Rolly Romero has more buzz than Canelo Crawford. And Brock Lesnar's return to the WWE. Those 5 things have more buzz than this concoction, this fiction, this video game cash grab by Turkey Ala Sheikh. With that, I'm out. Deuces.
Appreciate
all right, y'all.
Y'all.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to head up out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I'll be checking into y'all. I'll be out of town next week, but I'm still going to be doing my show. So times may be off a little bit, but man, let me get up out of here. Y'all have a absolutely, absolutely wonderful day. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.